Good morning, chat. Hope y'all are doing fantastic. Today, plan is get this code cleaned up, get it merged, because if I recall correctly, I'm still on the bad changes branch. So there should be a lot of cleaning up to do if I remember correctly. But I think we got this node mostly working, so that's good. But before all that fun, let's do dailies. Actually, I think we've got a new event. I think I saw that on Wednesday or something. No clue what the event is, but it's a new one. If I recall correctly, something in the last special program about... No, maybe I'm mixing it up with a previous one. Never mind, I don't remember for sure what it is. Exercise Surging Storm. Whatever that is. We're gonna find out. There. Daily's done. And what is this? I have no idea what this is. So I should try to get all of the same element, right? Oh. Okay. Well, this doesn't seem like it's going great. Oh, or it's going absolutely fantastic. Sure. I have no idea what's going on. Go, my pretties.
The perfect distance. Going somewhere? To the ferry. This will end you. Fall before me. This will do. Perfect distance.
So, auto battler, and all I do is pick the units that pop out. I've never played one of these, so I am really at a loss. Get a chance to draw a stratagem. You have 2 combat units of the same rank. You instantly fuse them in. Okay. Combat units are split into normal, elite, and apex. That's starting at. Before game proceeds, the chance of more elite combat units appears will increase. Elite units will appear after round 2 and apex after 5. Preparation phase ends. Furthest forward unfolds. Start of combat, the unit last in lineup order will gain 10 levels. Sure. I'm doing electro stuff. And I guess rolling isn't a bad idea. Hello, Max. No! That's not good. Oh, that's really not good. I don't know how I'm winning, chat. I have absolutely no understanding of what's going on. But I guess it's working out? Maybe? Sort of. This one's going less good. This is so awkward. Like, I feel like I should be doing something during this, but I have no idea what I would be doing. The preparation phase ends the elementless for this. I'm not using elementless. Drawing Hill unit in the preparation phase. Random Hill unit will gain 5 levels during the war game. Start of battle phase. The lineup has 4 different types of beasts. I don't know what any of this means. Ooh. All right. We'll probably move that guy out of first. Do something like this. There. Oh, that doesn't look like it's going well at all. Come on, citizens, we're doing so good, and then one little bottle of fire and down to 1. Okay, that good. This is a very long and weird event. Scorpion. Good. If I were to swap that on to something, what would it be? Probably in his... Okay. Archer, that... There. Garbage.
Let's end this now.
Much better. I have no clue what's happening, guys. This game makes no sense to me. But I'm winning. I guess I'm doing something right. Drawing combat unit sounds good. Drawing stuff. Gain 2 extra refreshes. One of your elemental life form units is immune damage it receives in battle. The next time that you member battle gains 10 trigger once by each unit during each round of battle. I think I want more drawing. Okay. Let's start. See what happens. Well, that's not great. What? That's not good. Salmon Churl, save us. All right. Don't know what I was gonna do there, but yeah. Great. Fantastic. Who could I swap in that would be more helpful? I don't know, dude. I really don't know. I'm sure there's all kinds of strategy in this event, and it means nothing to me. Oh, well, took out that unit. Sure. Note to self, Sissons, not great. What? Oh, I lost. Sure, yep. How do I not loot? Okay, so rank 3 is the highest it'll go. Got it. Guess I'll grab that. And storm. Sure. No idea. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. Pop. Sure, we'll bring in the Sissons very last. Well, that's not great. My archers are higher level, maybe that means something. I won! Fantastic! Nothing I want here. So that, I guess. Grab that. Grab him. And I guess I'll just start because I died. Oh, okay. So that's... Wait, that took out my Eye of the Storm as well? Oh, that's garbage. What? What? What do I do? Great. I got 2,000 points. I have no idea how to control whatever just happened. Because I basically just picked units that looked cool, and that was that. But I guess I did good-ish. I got lots of points, so that's fun. And if I literally do that once more in a couple days, I win. I'm just the old man in this event. Like, so this is what you kids nowadays are playing. Well, at least it makes you happy. Let's get to work. Now that watch the old man ramble as he struggles through like a new game he doesn't understand. Parse errors, a few different places. Okay, let's resolve those. You could not resolve class A world. World's right there. Okay. And just to check all the files fast, we'll reload. I think that'll resolve all those. Very strange to me. The IDE can't figure out, oh, the parser is actually over here. Okay, enemy spawner, that makes sense. With the player, let's just check for both. Okay. Reload it again. See what else is broken. And no parse errors. Run some of these scenes and see if anything barks at us. Okay. Got one barf. With I don't believe you. Why would this code be running right now? Hey there, Pulse. Sure, you're looking at my project. Variable player is shadowing in order to declare variable at line. Where is that you? Nowhere? Okay. Yeah, I get that you have a problem with this function. But why is it being called at all? Because it shouldn't be. Since, like, I don't even have a tile map layer. I don't get it. I do not get it. Guess I could try to print parent. Let's see what happens. Tile map is the parent. No. Oh. That explains that. Was being used just under a different name. Got it. Try that again. Okay. Any force is working. Play world, where are you? There. You're working. And finally, Comma tester. Huzzah! Working. So, if I recall correctly, camera bounds finally had working, and I should fix this up. Since I was doing this for creating that Twitter post. Bounds there, and that should be good. Play area with toys. That was fixed. The only remaining issue is the noise not layering over the trees. Oh, that's not what I want to run. Ah. Perfect. Oh wait, that tree looks like it has noise. See? So I don't have to think too hard. Let's just up the intensity. And that'll solve that. Okay, now it should be really obvious. This is gonna look awful. Yeah, oh, that looks awful. But, on the plus side, this confirms it is being applied to the trees. Oh, but it's also being applied to the character. Whoops. Okay. Yeah, that's right, because I set it to a higher layer, or higher Z index, so that it would force it to show. Okay. Now, not working on trees. How was I doing this with? I feel like I did something that had this working. Nope. Not a Y sort thing, I guess. What did I do? Oh. But that's what I did already, right? Hmm. Doot, doot. Okay. What's gonna happen? Okay, it works. Don't ask questions. And it's all set. Who? Who? So Tilemap Tester is going to become the new play world. What all do I need? Quite a bit. Quite a bit. What if I just nab everything? Where did I... probably on the player object. Yeah. Don't want that for now. There we go. Does it still need that? Yep, it's still using it. Okay. What is play area? That doing in this scene? Oh, literally just a control node that I gave an arbitrary size. Yeah, that should be an area 2D instead. And it should have a different name. 2D world boundary. I'm not familiar with this shape. But what is this? Oh. I think that's for like a side scroller. Polyline shape used. What is happening? Can I please place points? No? Okay. First off, let's get rid of this. Okay. Rename it. Perfect. So we're just going to ignore all that fun. Don't want the health bar in the play world right now. That's a different feature. After everything in the main tree is Alright. That. Player spawn. There's a good spot. Don't need a player 2. I have no idea what that would even do at this point. I want to add a node 2D here just to organize things. Let's see if that broke anything. Oh, right. Plenty of stuff is going to break here. But often, just running it and letting it blow up is the fastest way to fix stuffs. Okay, so this needs to be this guy. Great. What blows up next? Ah, enemy spawner. That's easy enough. Oh, that's what I've been wanting, not collision shape 2D. Yeah, that's much better. Hmm. At on ready var. Let's rename this. Set a player spawn. Or start look. Area. Excellent. Now, what can I do with that? Ah, gotta hook that up. It's still gonna barf at me, but it'll barf somewhere else. There's gotta be a way to get like a random spot within an area 2D. There's gotta be, right? So get random location in area 2D. Right. I don't think that'll work. Hey there, Cupix. Today, ironing out the code for that new node that I was working on and swapping over Playworld to the new Playworld, right? It's been a tile map tester in name, but it's really becoming the new test Playworld. I don't think this is true. I think it'll only work for rectangles. For rectangles, you could do the following. Well, yeah. Allows you to select random point inside a given nav region. Nav search. Oh. So should it be a nav region? Experimental. Class entity changed or removed in future versions. That doesn't sound helpful. Well, Reddit is not being a big help right now. Like, one messy way to do this is to just take the X and Y of that area, that random, like a random X and Y in the area, then check if it's actually in the shape. But that's kind of awful. Know what I mean, chat? Just awful. Anywho, what are you up to today, Cupix? Chat says yes. What about the polygon itself? Like, I think I just need to look at the documentation. Go area TV. Get overlapping bodies. That is very bare bones. Hey, what's a shape 2D? Does it have something useful? Get wrecked! No. Not quite. I'm up to getting a job. Nice. During your bachelor's thesis, you listed for some company and worked there while writing. Nice. So you can also make money while doing that, I hear. What if I just change the way enemies spawn? So instead of trying to spawn in a location in the world, what if I just pick a location relative to the player? Like right now what I do is I pick a random location in the world and then check to make sure that I'm not colliding with anything and that I'm not within a certain range of a player. Instead, I could spawn based on player location, check other players, check for collision, and check am I in the spawn area. Might work. A little busier, but it's not crazy. I really thought there would be a way to pick a random location within an area. Originally wanted to get into some game dev company, but today I got a job offer. Why do you put job offer in quotes? Is it not a real job offer? Ex-founder of a huge company, the guy is a multi-millionaire after he sold his company to a US-based company. He's currently building up a new company that does cloud-native ERP that integrates AI a lot. Cool. But yeah, so is it a job? Is it, like, the way you say that makes me think it's not a real job. What If so, another option could be create a tile map layer that has this information on where to spawn. Then I could just get the list of used cells, pick a random one, and spawn at that cell. How many computations would that be compared to other route? So in either case, okay, so let me write this down. Use file map for on. Okay, what is the route this takes? So rand distance rand angle. Okay. Then what all do I have to check? Check players -1. Check collision. What else? Ah, right. Check spawn route. Rand file. Calculate file look. Yeah. Check players. Oh, not the -1. Check collision. But don't have to check spawn rate. This is going to be probably more expensive than both of these combined. Tile location is cheap. Yeah, I think the first approach is going to be more efficient. Something I need to think about. If I have more than one player, how should enemy spawning happen? you put it in quotes because he thought you were done with your bachelor's. I call up in the day and you'll meet on the 30th? Huh. Neat. But yeah, having a misunderstanding of whether or not you have your degree, that's definitely a biggie. Ooh, if I use spawn area, or if I use an area 2D for detection, there's probably not an easy check to see if a coordinate is in the area, is there? Probably not. Yep. I'd have to have collision masking. And I don't want to add another physics interaction. Like, it's not an actual physics interaction, but I don't want to add another one for every single enemy. Okay. What's another way to do this? I have no idea. Maybe I do just use navigation region. Could go alternative to navigation. Currently working on something similar to navigation on a particular map. Very near the engine, but maybe this helps. No. See what tile map layer has. Because if there's something really nice for doing this, that'll just answer it for me. I need to base it off of player location anyway, don't I? Because as I create bigger maps, I'm not going to want the enemies to spawn way off in the distance. Yeah. So now the only question is, what is the most effective way to most effective way to check if the enemy is in the actual play area? Great question, Num Num. How are you going to answer it? I don't know, chat. That's not what I want. Travel costs. No. Not what I want. So I could do something along the lines of enemies have some physics layer they exist on, or collision layer they exist on before spawning. Have that interact with this area 2D, and then just before making the enemy spawn, remove that collision layer from them. That would make it a little less taxing. But it's still super messy. Like, I want to be able to have this so that there's no collision or mask, right? I want to just be able to say, hey, am I inside this area? I feel like I should be able to do that. Check if node is inside area 2D. I know what answers I'm going to get here, and it's not the ones I want. Rectangle contains the given. In theory, I could make it a collection of rectangles. So that's not exactly clean either. They're really no just shape. What does Shapecast 2D give me? Is colliding? No. Yeah, no, that's casting. That's not what I want. Location is inside area 2. Few ways to approach this without knowing more about your setup. Probably go for that. How old is this? Oh, 2018. Never mind. I think the way I'm gonna do this, I think I have an idea. What if before instantiating the enemy, I create a dummy shape? Something that's like a tiny radius circle, and use that to test the location I'm trying to get in. I think that's the way to do it. Okay. So, enemy spawner, you're changing. I need new layer. What am I going to call this? Meta data? No. I guess just spawn area. Okay. That'll do. Yeah, I don't love it, but I don't think I have a better option right now. What was I trying to do? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. I should make a scene for this. The test object. It will be... that. It'll be an area to the... Yes, okay. And I guess this should be... This should be the size of... What? Should be the size of an enemy. So 10 pixels. Oh, that's scaled down. That's awkward. You know what? It being a little bit bigger than the enemy, I think, is fine. Don't want this to be monitoring. Collision. It needs to exist as the spawn area. Wait, no. Nope, I did that backwards. This masks spawn area. Excellent. Now, I need to check this function that is bad location. I can do all of that with the spawn tester, I think. Terrain, player physics. Okay, so all I should need is terrain and enemy physics. This guy. I think we're good there. Could restructure this. Player location. No, I guess I'd have to get that each time anyway. No, it's fine. Our me is that. That's gonna come later. Okay. It exists in the scene tree. Okay. After we create the tester, get all of the player location. I don't need world, do I? I need... spawn area. Okay. Do kind of need to think about how enemy spawns will work with multiple players. Because I don't think it's a good idea to just do random. Or maybe it is. The question I need to answer is, do I want the phenomenon to come about where during a given round you may just get unlucky and more enemies spawn around you than the other players? Maybe? Okay. Let's do var target player target location equal to player locations dot top pick rate. How do I remove the target location from it? I want to remove at. What does pick random do? I don't think it removes it from the array. I like that. Shuffle, then pop from in. I like that a lot. Oh. So we randomize the list and then just pop the last one. That'll do. Dude, my brain is just not functioning today. Get spawn location. Where did that come from? Okay, so it's just configured. I want. What should the max spawn radius be? One way I can test this. Probably about there. So 700. It's gonna double. $400. So let's double. I'm not measuring the right thing, am I? Something's not adding up. 960. Why would that be at 960? It's half of the resolution. Why? Here's a way I can test it. Show me character. Actually, no, let's just do it in novice. That's not right. Oh, right. Okay. Test one thing at a time. Where is that thing? First, make sure it should definitely be visible. Hey. I'm glad I put that in there. And that's kind of like a unit test. Kind of. Difference is, unit test can be flagged to not deploy with a production build. Hey there, Cryoman. Can you make variables that are the same between different scripts? You are talking about what is called a global variable. Yes, you can make that. So it's just global. So hold on. There's a few different ways you can do that. Okay. First off, you could make something called a static. And I know it sounds very funny to say a static variable, but it's a thing. Let me show you an example. Oh, right, I was just looking at collision layers. Here. So I've got the class declaration. Just having it extend object because it doesn't need anything fancy. And so I have all these constants that can be referenced anywhere in my code. This could also be, instead of a constant, I could have done static var test equals. Now, anywhere in my code that I want, I can reference this, and I could reassign it. Generally, you should avoid reassigning a class's statics like this because you won't necessarily know what it's doing elsewhere. Alternatively, you can also just make a public field, right? So if you have an object, like, clean this up. If I have an object, like, here, character base. So this is the base class for all my character classes. I have here onReady var sprite equals this. Now, anywhere in another script where I'm doing something to character base, I can do .sprite to get access to the sprite. .shadow to get access to the shadow. So the way to share things between scripts there's a few different ones, right? So you've got global variables, and that can be done through like statics and constants. You've got just public variables. And then a third option you could delve into, without even talking Godot ways of doing things, is using what's called a singleton pattern. Yeah, I did a pretty long introduction to the basis of GDScript coding. Just explained arrays and vector stuff. I already knew most of it because of Python. There was still some stuff I didn't. There. Yep. And everything I just went over about statics, globals, public stuff, none of that is GDScript specific. Like, that's applicable to any language you're working in. Hopefully. Yeah, and while we're talking about it, there's also the Godot version of globals, which is kind of their take on a singleton. So the way these work is anything you want to put in a Godot global has to inherit node, because it creates a node, one instance of the node off on its own, and anywhere in your scripts where you reference these names, it references that one node. So outside of doing a singleton pattern yourself, that's Godot's version of a singleton. I don't really care for it because you have to be using a node, which a lot of times, most times, when I'm using a singleton pattern, I want to inherit from object. Because I don't need all of the goo that comes with node. Okay, let's bring this guy in more. Hopefully I'll be able to see it. So, what is 960? I'll bet if I put it at exactly 480, I won't see it anymore. I'll bet you. Yep. So, for enemy spawner, $485. Oh, that's 600. Oh, I need to worry about corners, don't I? So if that was 480, so 1/4 of the resolution. Calculator. Okay, 270. $270 times 270. That. 480 times 480. That. Add those together, take the square root. Okay, 551, we'll call it 550. $600 it is. Nice. Always nice when I guess right. Target on tester dot set global position. Get spawn. Rename that. And that is definitely private. What does it need to take in? First, oh, that's right. So I don't forget it. There. What do I use for like a help display, for example? Not like with pictures, but with tags. What node? Whatever you want. Seriously. Like anything that can display text, right? So you could use a label. You could use a rich text label. You could use an H box container and put texture rectangles in like a series of texture rectangles in there, and each of those texture rectangles have a texture you save that is the letters that you want to display. All kinds of ways you can do that. All depends on how you want it to look. So if you want more specific help, you're going to have to be more specific on what you're trying to make, right? But the most basic is going to be label. I did not know you could favorite nodes. I didn't realize that. I mean, I never looked at this, but interesting. Hit spawn the Do I care for this to be a circle? No. No, I don't. And it'll simplify the calculations here. We're not doing that. Instead, what if I just use the resolution? That could maybe be interesting. So get screen resolution in trying to put GUI elements on screen by code like crosshairs. Get work track. Visible rectangle. 7 years ago, that's why it's not the same. Oh, I guess I can just use size. Yeah, I think that works. Yeah, sorry I'm working so slow today, guys. I am just, for whatever reason, dragging. At least you're making progress, that's all that counts. I'd like to be making more progress, but thank you. Okay, I need to know what type that is. I'll assume I'm getting a viewport object. I think that's a safe assumption. Returns a rect 2. Can one script extend multiple nodes? So that question suggests to me that you aren't understanding the concept of extend. Unless you're asking about multiple inheritance. So first off, do you know what object inheritance is? I need to know what our starting point is here. Nope. Awesome. We have a starting point. So, extend means I'm creating a new class that inherits from something else, right? For example, if I go into character base, one of my favorite classes, I have class name character base extends character body 2D. What does this mean? It means I am creating a new type of character body 2D. Character base is a character body 2D. Okay? Now, while I'm working within character base, anything that character body 2D has, it has because it is a character body 2D. For example, if I want to... here's an example. Move and slide is something that a character body 2D can do. Well, because I'm extending character body 2D, meaning character base is a character body 2D, that means character base can also move and slide. There is a concept of multiple inheritance in some languages. So you could extend multiple things, which would mean that character base is all these different things at the same time. GDScript, as far as I know, does not have that concept. Yeah. I will double check for you. GDScript multiple inheritance. Multiple inheritance is mostly pointless when you have duck typing. I agree, but the whole point of typing is to protect you, bro. Why would you not just utilize character body 2D? Because I need to add code, right? So if I create a new scene that just has a character body 2D, well then it's only going to do what character body 2D does, which by default is nothing. I think Godot does have some default implementation, but if you want to do anything other than what comes out of the box with character body 2D, the only way to add any code to it is to extend it. Like when you go over here, and keep in mind class name blah 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 is not required, but if I go over here and I say attach script, it's going to generate a script for me that extends character body 2D. But why do you say extend? Why isn't there something like utilize? Because the verbiage is extend. Like right now you're asking for just to use a different word, right? But that's what inheritance is. It is I need this thing, but I need to slap some new stuff on top of it. That's what inheritance is. The classic example that I've heard is in just object-oriented programming is something along the lines of I have a vehicle class and I need to be more specific, and so like, and that vehicle class has something along the lines of travel speed, size, etc., right? And then I want to be more specific for some things, and I'll say, okay, I want to make a car class. Well, I already have a bunch of code for things like travel speed and size, so let me just inherit all of that from vehicle. I guess I should probably write some of this down, make it visual and more clear. So I've got something like a vehicle class, right? It's got size. It's got travel speed. Okay. And now I want to make a car. Well, I'm gonna say something like, what's the syntax in Sharp? I want to use that. That's what I thought it was. Gotta be sure. So you've got this now. So car extends vehicle. And let me get rid of that. So now I say something like wheels, right? Gas pipe. Okay, now when I'm working with a car, I know it's also a vehicle. So let's say I want to do something like I have some object, right? So we're going to just call it obj. I could say if object is vehicle, do something. Okay, well now, if this object is a vehicle, obviously it'll work. It'll do this something. If the object is a car, it'll also do this something. However, so So we're going to say if it's a car, then that'll do something. Now, if object, let's call it a rock. Okay. Don't do the something. Hopefully that helps. And of course you would have, in addition to properties, you'd also have things like function. So might have something like travel, time, so you're adding properties to something by assigning it, like if I were to be assigning a class like wizard, that would bring mana with it. Adding properties to something by I don't know what you mean by the word assigning. Like, if I were to be assigning a class like wizard, again, don't know what you mean by assign. That would bring mana with it. So assign is not a programming term. And so I want to be very careful how I answer you so I don't give you a faulty understanding of this. You can, or I should say there is a term assign, and you can assign a value, right? So when I say var my number is equal to 5, I'm assigning the number 5 to that variable. That's how you use the word assign. So I need to know what you're trying to say. Okay, there is mana, spells, and like strength, speed. I think I'm explaining it in a bad way. Yes. I would agree to that. Okay, I'm going to recreate this with your example. So, you need to consider your class structure and like who is the parent of who in the terms of inheritance. So, right there you've written human, wizard, right? Written that. Yeah, it's called inheritance, and create a class human that has mana. Yeah, I'm walking through that right now, Cupix. So Cryoman, what you've written is human wizard. Not right. And let's move away from the C# syntax. Let's go back to GD script syntax. So what you've written is human extends wizard. Well, whenever you're looking at inheritance, you need to ask yourself, what is the more general thing? Is human a type of wizard, or is wizard a type of human? In this case, wizard is a type of human, right? So the way you would write the start of your class would be like class name wizard extends human, right? Human is a type of wizard, obviously. Hey, you don't know. Some developers do some wacky stuff. Maybe wizard is, in his game, is the term for like any humanoid species on a series of planets. Maybe. You don't know, man. You don't know. Anywho, so somewhere else in your code, you're going to have class human. And because we're working in Godot, well, if there is frog wizard and bird wizard and stuff, in that case, human would be sub of wizard. Nope, it would not be. So what you're describing now is something like, you're describing a property now. So let me move away from inheritance for just a second. So we have class wizard, right? You could have a property here like type of wizard is bird, okay? So if you want to do that, you can structure things this way, right? So you can say, I'm this type of thing. However, I don't think that's what you're going for. I mean, he's not wrong. If frog inherits wizard and bird inherits wizard, human inherits wizard, you could say human is a sub of wizard. I agree, but I'm worried that he's not... I'm worried he's building a misconception about this, because I suspect he's also going to want a human warrior, right? So like, let's have a list of things. Cryoman, give me a list of things, like 3 things you would want in your game using these terms. It was just an example. I understand, but we need to, like, the example needs to be a good example so we can actually build an understanding of these concepts, right? So give me 3 things you want using these terms. So I want you to use the words like warrior, wizard, ranger. I think that's, and would all of those be humans? That's a big question. Because if they're all humans, we can talk about inheritance. If they're not all humans, we have to use a different concept. Yes, they're all humans. Excellent. I'm so happy you said that. Okay. So, since all of those are types of humans, the first thing you need to code up is your human class. Class name, human. And because we're in Godot, I'm guessing human is probably a character body 2D. Okay. So this would be the very first line of your human script. You're going to have a scene separate to this. Like in Godot, you've seen the scene tree over here, yes? And then on each of these nodes, I can attach a script. So the script is what I'm showing you over in Notepad. And you'll notice class name, character base extends character body 2D. We're doing the same thing over here. So human is gonna have some properties, right? So we might put, let's see. What are some properties a human might have? Age, height, race, let's start with that. Okay. Speed and strength, and let's just say 4 stats. And that would be some list or dictionary or something, right? So we've got that. Do both? Yep, that's perfect. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Now, when I want to create warrior, let's say, I would have class name, warrior, extends human. Okay. And on warrior, I might add stuff like, what are some things a warrior might do? Roar. Slash. I think that works. And just so we're clear, when field, is that an action, or is that, are we just saying it's a piece of equipment? An action, okay. So anything that we're calling an action is going to be a function, and that's why I put these parentheses here. This is indicating that it's calling this function, okay? And of course, there would have to be code for these things. Okay, so we finished wizard. Now, class name. Or we finished warrior. Now we've got wizard. Den's human. And very similarly, we'd have things like we have stuff like magic missile, fireball, right? And I don't know that I'd actually use these function names. I'd probably have something like a cast function that takes a parameter of whatever the spell is. And similarly, we'd have, what was your other one you said? The ranger? Yes. Class name, ranger, and hero. And ranger, we'd have things like, I don't know, fire bow, roll. Okay, so different things that the ranger can do. And in addition to these methods or these functions, you can also have extra properties. Yes, I would do that exact thing, Frogman. Cast fireball with the function cast spell. Yes, that's how I would structure it. But the whole point here is just that these are different things, right? So now, somewhere else in my code where I've done something like, our my hero is ranger.new. Okay. And so here I would start setting things up. So my hero dot age 24. My hero dot height is 183. Whatever units that's in. And so forth. And after I have all that set up, once I have the character actually doing stuff, I can say my hero dot roll. My hero dot firebow. But I could not say my hero dot flash. This is a big no-no, because my hero I set up as a ranger. It is not a warrior, so it doesn't have these functions. Is this helping? Hurting? How are we doing? I don't like you using the word access. It's not a matter of access. It's a matter of it isn't capable, right? So when we create a class like this, we are building out capabilities. And so it's not a matter of it doesn't have access to that. So think of it also like, let's go to something more basic. A turtle, right? So a turtle is not a bird. So does the sentence, the turtle doesn't have access to fly, or does it make more sense to say the turtle is not capable of flying? There you go. Not capable of using slash as its arranger. Much better. Much, much better. Another way you might say it is, doesn't have that function. I think many people also use know or knowing, so Ranger doesn't know the slash function. Huh. But it might be translated wrong. I've never heard that used, but I don't hate the term. But the turtle not knowing how to fly could be objectively wrong, how we call it in German. Yeah, I'd have to really think about it because that's a very different way of phrasing things. I'm not sure I'd say it's wrong, right? Not what we call it in German. What in German do you call it? Like having function? I apologize. So I would just say that it doesn't have the function. And I would just say that it can't fly, right? You wouldn't say die Schildkröte ist nicht in der Lage zu fliegen. Sure. You're right. I would not say that. What's happening today? So, asking me what something is correctly said in German is a bad thing to do. Translate, please. Turtle doesn't know how to fly. I mean, if that's the phrasing you use in German, that's fine. And I'm not opposed to, like, I don't know German, so I'm not going to tell you what the proper way to say that in German is, right? I'm saying it sounds a little weird in English, but I'm not sure that I'd say it's wrong. Right? in English, I don't know, like if someone in English were to say to me, I have a class Turtle, and Turtle doesn't know how to fly. I don't know that I'd say they're wrong in English. Yeah, I think I would just say, in English, I would just say it can't do it, or it doesn't have that function. Either one of those phrases is what I use in English. But still could be objectively wrong, as no one knows if the turtle knows how to fly. I think this... Keep in mind, when we're talking the foreign language here, it's not necessarily the case that the words mean exactly what we think they mean based on their English equivalent, right? So a lot of this is going to just be what the accepted phrasing is in that language. I shall yield. Translating is a weird topic. Oh, you're both German. All right. Well, y'all have fun figuring that one out. Based on the experience that Cupix has, I'm inclined to believe his take on this. But obviously I don't know. Obviously. I don't know, I'm not an English master. I could be very much wrong. I mean, you've done more programming in German than either of us, right? And so the question is strictly, when you're talking with your programming buddies, if you use the word no to describe that concept, now, well, from a programmer's site, what he says isn't wrong, it's just not guaranteed. Okay. That's not what I mean. I'm saying, like, when you're with a bunch of German people and you're talking about your program, the question is just, in German, what's the correct way to describe the phenomenon, right? Like, and it sounds like the way you describe it is, the turtle doesn't know how to fly. Like, it sounds like when spoken in German, that's the way you say it. I'm just saying the literal translation in English sounds a little weird to me, but again, I don't think it's wrong in English. But direct translations are always going to sound a little weird, right? Especially from German, because you guys have some crazy terminology. You have a ton of words that we don't even know how to, like we don't have words for them in English. Well, if I said something like that to most other people in my computer class, they would look at me weird out of various reasons. Now, is that because of what you said? I'm kidding. Just a joke. Well, technically you would say the turtle doesn't know fly, because the how-to part, say it know it, but just doesn't know how, but doesn't know it at all. Oh, that actually sounds a lot better in English. Taking the how-to out. Like, it sounds weird, but like intentionally so. This is a terrible description, but like saying turtle does not know fly, that makes a lot of sense to me in terms of programming. Okay, what was I working on? Like Pokemon, it's like class name Charizard extends Pokemon. Exactly. The same way we've been talking like turtle extends animal. Wizard extends human. Charizard extends Pokemon. The thing that extends something else is a type of that thing. So, turtle is a type of animal. Wizard is a type of human. Charizard is a type of Pokemon. There you go. Explaining object inheritance with Pokemon. And I'm just getting nothing done with this today. I shouldn't say that. I'm getting less done than I'd like. Bar. Actually, let's make this slightly more efficient. It's going to make the code uglier, but I like efficiency. Bar spawn rain is get report dot get visible rectangle times not that. What is it? So we get the viewport, half of it, but I want to add 10%. %. So times 0.6. Now, get spawn location, target location, spawn range. Excellent. Get spawn location. Expected end of statement after variable vector. Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure that's a rect 2. Oh. What size? There we go. Computer class is in school. But you're only in like loops and basic structures. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. Relative X. I think I want Rand F frame. So Rand F. Okay. If I could actually get stuff in my head, it would. How do I make a changeable variable global again? Like, I want the health from my player script. Labels showing health. Where are you trying to get the label to show up? Because if all you want to do is have careful, Cupix. I don't know if he's ready for signals yet. Signals can be a scary topic, and like, he's learned a lot today. So, Cryoman, let's ask a question before we delve into something like signals. Are you at your learning limit for the day? Like, this is an extremely important thing for every person on the planet to learn is, what is your personal learning limit for the day? Because once you've hit your limit for the day, if you try to learn more than that limit, you risk forgetting everything you learned that day. So, like, I want to get the global variables in, but after that, I'm probably full on learning. Okay. So, I'm going to show you a way of doing what you're describing. And I want you to understand that there is a better way that we can learn tomorrow or something, okay? I'm going to show you a way, but it's not a great way to do it, okay? So the way I'm going to show you is, I have my player character, right? So instead of trying to make things global to show the health, what if I instead add a label here, right? Layout. animation. Okay, so I could put a label here and say you attach to a camera, don't know if that makes a difference. Where you attach it is not super relevant. But now, from inside my code here, right? Where's somewhere this might happen? Like, actually happen. I don't think I've done any damage stuff, really. So, if I had some function, receive damage, right? And in here, I might do something along the lines of current health, and this would probably take in some amount of damage. Current health, subtract off the amount of damage we just took. Okay. I'll put a var there just so it plays nice. Oh, right, it's a variable declaration. Hold on. Okay. So I might have something like that. Okay. My current health, I take off the damage. Then I want to construct a string. Bar health text is going to be string of per health plus that plus string of max health. Then I just say label dot text is health text. Now where you attach stuff is mostly relevant for making the tree make sense in a visual way. A player has eyes, so you attach a camera to the player. Plus the camera auto moves with the parent attached to it. So that's something to point out. Where you attach things is not just how it appears in the tree. It is also how relative movement occurs. But I want to avoid jumping into that topic right now for Cryoman, because like he said, he's at his learning limit. So let's not risk having all of the progress of today leak out. So here is the most basic way to have a health display. And now every time I use this function to have the player receive damage, this display will update to whatever I've constructed here. So like I said before, this is a basic way to do it. It will work. There is a better way. Because in a lot of games, you don't actually want the health bar to be part of the player scene. But we can talk about that part tomorrow. And I have an example somewhere of that. Yes, my old playworld. So you'll notice I have a health bar here. And it's gonna look oh right, because I have this in a non-working state. We'll talk about it tomorrow. Just remind me, like ask the question how to do health bars in a UI. If you say this to me, how do I make a health bar GUI or UI? If you ask me that question, I will know exactly how to respond to you. Oh, let's rename this. X, apply. Actually, I can make this cleaner, I think. Our result is target location plus vector 2 delta x y. So let's just do that. It's simple enough that I don't need to break it up. Oh, wait. Nope, 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 nope. This is not the right way. Not the right way. Screen size. Actually, let's just call it what it is. Viewport. That's what we're gonna do. Hold on. Have you ever tried the official Godot Git plugin? I don't even know what that is. So what I want to do is stretch those out from 0. Or not stretch, but like split each of these ranges out from 0. User made Godot plugin add-on that adds Git functionality directly into Godot. So changes, commit history, and do push and pull right from within the editor. I would not want to do that. I like Git Kraken way too much, and it has way too much functionality that I can guarantee they're not going to have in that. I promise you. I mean, just look at the right-click menu, right? Like, here's the options immediately available to me just with one click. Do you know the problem making a simple tile set and one texture is just better than the others? All the other textures just look bad? Yes? Yes? I have no more to say on that one. Yes. Very cool, but for 2 years now I had nothing but trouble with it. Constantly crashing my engine and corrupting my projects. And whenever I come back to it after some updates, it's bad. Yeah. I don't know why they keep supporting it as an official plugin. It's kind of standard to provide Git support through IDEs now. I don't know why, because every IDE is just worse than Git Kraken's implementation. But that it's become standard. The primary thing I've noticed that causes corruption in projects is if you don't, at least this was the case for me, is if you don't have this file committed. But if Git crashes and corrupts your project, it's not worse than Kraken, it's straight up dangerous. No, because you still have your Git repo, right? Like, you'll corrupt your local version, but version on your GitHub is safe, right? But in any case, this file is super important to have committed. Godot script class cache. Because what will happen is if you revert something with Git and it doesn't know about this, then Godot is going to say, oh, this doesn't match my class cache. It must be corrupt, even if it's not. Which is annoying as all get out. Once you push the corrupted local on push, it does push without error. Yeah, corrupted files will push. Everything works fine locally until you restart the project. It crashes on startup. Pull the latest commit that worked. All that corrupted already, so you forget your project. Well, you just, like, if the latest commit is corrupted, you just go to the next commit back, right? What's wrong with going back a commit? Like, I don't know how it works in that plugin, but like here, Also doesn't work. So if that doesn't work, I can almost guarantee the issue is this file for you. Yeah, if going back to an earlier commit that you know was working doesn't fix the problem, I can basically guarantee it's this. And honestly, if you want to just be paranoid, where are you? This whole .godot folder, you might even want to just commit the whole thing. The default git ignore that Godot suggests is bad from what I can tell. Some of this stuff you absolutely want. So like scene group cache, I might want to add that as well. The extension list I probably don't need. UID probably don't need. Export credentials almost certainly don't need, but the global script class cache, if you're using git to revert changes and you don't have this added to your repo, you will corrupt your project. Or at least Godot will say you corrupted your project. There is a long and tedious way to, quote, uncorrupt the project. But this fixed this for me. No, why I say it's dangerous, not in general, but for people that don't know much experience yet, because suddenly your whole project stops working. I had to help help too many people recover this stuff. Yeah. I understand. It should check whether it's this file that causes trouble, or I should check whether it's this file that causes trouble with the plugin. So this file will cause trouble for any Git managed project. It will. Like I said, I had this cause trouble for me with Gitkraken. And it's just a matter of something other than Godot is modifying your files in your project, and that other thing modifying your files doesn't know that it needs to update this. Godot is, in a very loose sense, compiled. Like GDScript is, in a very loose sense, a compiled language. When you run your project, and while you're working in the IDE, it's creating generated code here. And if at any point this generated code does not line up with your current files, Godot thinks your files have been corrupted. Like, it doesn't even try to do any sort of fixing. It just says, oh, these don't match, it's corrupt. Bye. Like, you could open those files in Notepad++, and they're obviously not corrupt. I had several videos now on the saved over on YouTube where I was fixing this for my project. And it's gross. It's gross. What? Let's see. But it's weird because the plugin gets updated on a weekly and monthly basis. The repo has a lot of issues open for the plugin corrupting the projects, and it hasn't been fixed yet. So, like I've been saying, it's not the plugin that's the problem for corrupting these projects. It's that your git ignore has this file excluded from your commits. So over here in git ignore, where is it? So this line here, .godot /*. This tells Git, do not manage anything in this .godot folder. That's what that does. And that is part of the standard git ignore you get when creating a Godot project. And that is super duper dangerous when managing a project with Git. I don't know, I use Git bash at the moment and it works just fine. If I now install the plugin, I will corrupt my plugin without changing, or project without changing git ignore. That I can't speak on. I'm just saying I will bet at least half of the messages regarding that plugin corrupting projects are due to this. I can almost guarantee that. Because I know that if you revert to an old version of your project and you don't revert this guy, assuming you're using object inheritance, or assuming you're using here, if you're doing this, if you're doing that anywhere in your project and you've changed it at some point and you revert, that's going to blow up. I know because I tested it and blew up my project several times in a row because of this exact thing. It was real ugly. There was another thing that happened. Let me do this. I'm not going to remember it all, and I'm not going to go back and like rewatch my videos to figure out exactly where the problem ended up being. But I will at least recommend my VODs over on YouTube. And Twitch, calm down. I am not suggesting that anyone go over to YouTube. YouTube is awful for streaming. Sorry, YouTube, but it's the truth. So all you people watching over on YouTube, you know what's going on here. But if I go back, way back in the history, what did I call it? Project. What did I call that? Well, it wasn't this. Oh, that's the beginning of time. What did I call that video? Ah! Corrupt? No. It was probably the fighting with Godot. Probably what it was. Let's take a gander real quick. Nope. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where it was. I'm sorry. I know I have a video back here on fixing project corruption because of this file. I have it somewhere. Anyway. If you find it, I'm not gonna find it. I'm sorry. Also, my head is killing me today. Ugh. I'm gonna finish up this one function implementation. That's where I'm gonna call it. Okay, so actually, maybe both of these functions. Get spawn location. Is bad location. Wild. It is a bad location. Get a new location. Okay. Okay. Oh, have fun with your lurk. Okay. You know what? Actually, my brain is just so done right now. Let me do this so that tomorrow I don't get the idea that I'm done here. Okay, so anytime I try to run this, it's gonna barf at me. That's great. That is where I think I'm gonna have to call it, folks. We had some good discussion today. Did not exactly have the most productive of development days, but I think it was some good discussion and some good just general like knowledge base building for developing in Godot and just development in general. So all in all, I think it's a good day. But that, folks, is where I am going to leave it for today. Everyone, thank you for joining. I hope you had fun. I hope you learned something. If you did, please consider supporting me over on my Ko-fi page, link in the description. When you do, you'll get access to dev tools I've made to help you make games, and roles in the Discord that you can use to request new features and new apps from me. Above all, though, I hope y'all have a fantastic day. Take care, everyone.